Breaking news, Medellin's water outage. If you're not familiar with my channel, I report the news for Central and South America with a special attention on Medellin, Colombia, and Colombia as a whole. The first one is about the ongoing water outage and how to get water if you're out of water. And the second one gives you hints, tips, and tricks on how to get around and move around without water and being prepared for when it's your turn to be without water. Let's jump into it right away. Water cuts were announced in several areas of Itagüí, La Estrella, and Medellin due to high consumption. EPM reminded everyone that during this weekend's work, 35 tanker trucks will be traveling around the city. EPM began modernization work on the La Ayurá water treatment plant this Saturday, the same work that forced a water outage that will affect nearly 1.5 million people in southern Medellin and the Aburrá Valley this weekend. According to the company, work began according to the previously projected schedule. In total, more than 3,000 workers have been working since Saturday on various projects at the metropolitan area's largest treatment plant, which includes a floodgate installation among its most important components. These latest devices, the company explained, will be key to enabling partial outages when similar work needs to be done at the plant in the future. According to EPM, the work is expected to be completed by midnight this Saturday. In the hours before the start of these works, water consumption in several areas of the Aburrá Valley skyrocketed, forcing EPM to anticipate the cuts. The most affected areas were the municipality of Itagüí, where the service suspension was brought forward by 2 hours, and the same time, La Estrella, where the outage was scheduled to begin at 3 p.m., but was brought forward to noon. Another area was the town of San Antonio de Prado, Medellin, where, despite there being no scheduled interruption due to the work in La Ayurá, the water also had to be cut off due to a high user consumption. In this last district, approximately 16,517 homes and businesses experienced power outages, which are expected to be restored tonight. As these works begin, the utility company announced that it will have to deploy 35 tanker truck routes throughout the areas affected by these outages to supply the community. Likewise, EPM reiterated that it is monitoring the water and sewage system, especially the level of the water storage tanks, 11 of which had already been closed by 2 p.m. this Saturday. With the modernization work at the La Ayurá, which is expected to cost $250 billion, the company stated that it expects to expand its capacity and service quality over a 50-year horizon. So there you go. And this is ongoing right now. If you are in Medellin, you should be aware of this too. This means people washing their hands in a restaurant. So anyway, here's a bit more news and a few hints, tips, and tricks that they're passing on to be without water. 1.5 million will be left without water this week in Medellin and the southern Aburrá Valley. This is what you should know. Due to modernization work at the La Ayurá plant, water service will be interrupted in 800,000 homes in the metropolitan area. You should be aware of this after the massive outage this weekend. EPM reported that this weekend, more than 1.5 million people in Medellin and the southern Aburrá Valley will experience water outages due to a series of works being carried out at the La Ayurá water treatment plant. The water supply interruption will be carried out in stages, starting at 9 a.m. on Saturday, August 23rd, and at 3 a.m. on Monday, August 25th, in 32 drinking water distribution circuits in different sectors of the Medellin district and the municipalities of Envigado, Itagüí, and La Estrella, and Sabaneta. A total of 32 circuits will have new service features, so the company recommended that users prepare and follow several recommendations, starting with stocking up on water in advance. How do I know if my house is within the area where the water supply will be cut off in Medellin and the Aburrá Valley? You can check if your sector is included in the interruption zone and with what schedule in 3 channels. The page www.epm.com.co, on the helpline 604-4444-115, and on the WhatsApp line 302-3000-115, or to the digital contact EMA asking, will I have an aqueduct interruption? EPM will deliver free drinking water via tanker trucks. It's important to bring clean, wide-mouthed containers such as buckets that can be carried. Follow these recommendations to ensure proper water management during the scheduled water supply interruption. 1. Store drinking water at good time and in the right amount to cover the suspension time, ensuring that water intended for drinking or cooking is kept clean and protected from any contamination. 2. Avoid last-minute collections. As if many people store water at the same time, the service could be interrupted earlier than expected. 3. Keep in mind that the service restoration time is approximate, and once the water is restored, use it sparingly to help stabilize the network. If consumption is very high at the same time, the system will take longer to normalize, and some homes and businesses may receive service later. 4. Wait for the water to return to normal before drinking it or using it to wash clothes. If it appears cloudy at first, as this is the temporary phenomenon inherent to network stabilization process. 5. Use the stored water when service is restored. Use it to water plants, clean, or flush toilets. 6. For large customers or large residential units close to macrometer, 1 hour before the interruption and open it 1 hour after services are restored. This task should be performed by technically knowledgeable personnel. Keep in mind that most residences, houses, or apartments have micrometers and do not require this procedure. 7. If the water returns with an unusual color due to the presence of manganese, avoid using bleach on clothing or floors until the color returns to normal. Why is the water out this weekend? The Ayurá drinking water production plant, built in 1968, will be modernized to guarantee water services for another 50 years. The works will respond to popular growth in the southern Aburrá Valley, climate changes, and the alter of quality or raw water, and the need for greater flexibility to perform maintenance and reduce potential impacts. The modernization of the Ayurá plant has an investment of nearly 250 billion pesos. So there you go. If you are there, you know the struggle is real. Always, whenever you hear these, and I'm going to try to put these up as soon as possible, like I put this up a couple of days ago. If you know water is going to be out, get a couple of buckets. I mean, go out and buy a couple of buckets if there's no buckets at your Airbnb, or ask the hotel for a bucket, or even still go to Éxito or wherever else, Jumbo, get you some buckets and take it back to your hotel if the hotel is having some issues in Philly, because the worst comes to worst, you know, you may want to wash your hands. You can use sanitizer to get past that, but to flush the toilet, you need that water. You need any kind of water to flush the toilet. So make sure you got something stored up, because, you know, it is not, well, let's just say some areas of town are not up on modernization. Hence the reason why they're going through this right now. Let me know what you think about the Expat Corner that I read yesterday. And if you have a story, I think it may be better if you come on and read it yourself. And if you don't want to be on camera, that's fine. You can just either send me a video, 5-10 minute video, or 5-10 minute audio, and I'll play it that way. But if you have something valuable to share, I implore you, expats, pass it on. Again, you can't blame new people for acting incorrectly if you didn't help instruct them. So there you go. Anyway, you're up to date with the latest news out of Medellin, Colombia, and Colombia as a whole. Thank you guys for watching. Remember to travel, but travel safe.
So, hey, girl, thanks for coming by my place.
No worries. You mind if our girlfriend can come by with us?
Hell no. This why I watch dcbornrob.
Kini excited, dili na mag-online. Kung sabay dugayan, chika babes kay nasulan. Idol ipadulan, ako ang padulan. Para may lumluman, dili-dili na tuluman. Hoy, shock pa, makaloka-loka. Si Bona sexy, lawas murag Coca-Cola. Ang kaanyag ni mo sa akong kalibutan nga saag. Wala ko ikatubag, ikaw ra kong matawag. Murag kagabun sa kabugnaw sa taas. Sa imong paghawas, lawas ni mo labas. Sinut walay gas-gas, ako amo basbas.
Join me on social media. I am dcbornrob official on Instagram. I am dcbornrob official 1 on TikTok. I am dcbornrob O on Twitter. Don't be like this guy right here.
You're just so stupid.
I had to send you a video to let you know you're so stupid.
That's right. Don't be like this guy right here. Join me on social media. Headed to Medellin, Colombia? See my guy Andres with Nomad Travel for safe airport pickups and drop-offs and tours. Contact information in the description below.